Hey guys, today we're going to talk about sealing your granite countertops. I'm going to show you how to do it. Contrary to popular belief, granite is porous, and applying a quality sealer will block liquid from getting into those pores of the granite. What stains granite? There's lots of things that stain granite. Red wine, certain fruit juices, cooking oil and bacon fat, and others. So you need to apply a sealer initially after installation, but also as a regular maintenance coat. Personally, I apply one coat yearly. Some manufacturers recommend every 2 years or 3 years, 2 coats. I do one coat yearly, it's easy to do. So how do I know if I need to apply sealer to my granite? Simple. There's a litmus test you can do. Just take your fingers and dribble a little water over your granite. If it beads up tight like a car right after you waxed it and it gets rained on, no problem. You're done. You don't have to worry about it. But if the water kind of spreads out and doesn't really bead up tight and kind of absorbs in, it's time to apply some sealer. I'm going to show you how to do it, especially when you're dealing with something like a cooktop that's dropped into granite. I got a few tips I want to show you. Let's get started. Before you even attempt to seal your granite, you need to buy a good quality granite sealer. When you're purchasing it, look for one that is designed to resist water and oil stains. That's important. Let's talk about the steps involved in sealing this countertop. The first thing is you want to remove all of the items from the counter and clean the granite thoroughly. I use a sponge and just some dishwashing soap and water. Wipe everything down with some elbow grease, dry it with a rag, let it dry a little bit. Once it's done, you're ready to start thinking about sealing. Now remember, we talked about the cooktop. The cooktop is designed to drop into a cutout in the granite, which means it can lift out, but you cannot remove it because it's attached usually with hoses and electric wires. So what I do is I take 4 wood blocks. I use a putty knife to just get it to pry it up gently, get my fingers under it, lift it up, and I put these blocks in each corner of the cooktop. It lifts it up just enough so that I can clean under it, and also so the sealer can reach under it, so that I don't have an unsightly seam, and I also don't want the sealer getting onto the cooktop. One thing you'll notice is when you lift that cooktop up, you'll see dirt, crumbs, and all kinds of stuff. You need to clean that off, wipe it, let it dry, and then apply the sealer. Don't forget to remove your wood blocks so that you can seal under those as well. Now, when we're applying the sealer on the main counters, you basically just apply it with a clean, dry rag, and you put the sealer onto the rag and you wipe it into the granite. You don't pour the sealer onto the granite because you could over apply, and you don't want it puddling, pooling, or layering on the granite. You want to make sure you rub it all in and rub it off. It should be shiny and silvery when you're done, and then you basically need to follow the manufacturer's directions for whatever product you buy, but you basically wait approximately 4 to 6 hours, sometimes up to 8, to let the granite dry before using it again. Here's a good tip though. If you wait until dinner is over, clean the counters, and apply your sealer, you can let it dry overnight and it doesn't put anybody in an inconvenience. One thing I always do after applying the sealer is I buff it with a dry rag. I go back with a dry rag after it's dry and I just buff it all out, and you get this great clean looking countertop. So that's how you do it. It's super easy to do. You guys can do this on your own, yearly or bi-yearly, however you decide to do it. Here's 3 tips to keep your granite looking great. First of all, anytime you spill something on the granite, just wipe it up. Secondly is just use soap and water, mild dishwashing soap, to wash your granite. You don't need a chemical, you don't need cleaners. Cleaners can have acid in it or a high chemical content, a solvent type of cleaner in it that can damage the granite or remove the sealer right from the surface of the granite. So just avoid that stuff. And lastly, apply a sealer. Just get a good quality sealer from your tile store or your home improvement store and apply a sealer. You can do that. With the proper care and cleaning of granite, granite will stay good looking and beautiful for years and years to come. I'm Rob Robillard. We'll see you at the next DIY tip. Take care.